afternoon. This is Nani. I'm here with two of my little girls. It's Theme Thursday and it's yellow or rompers. And so I'm joined by little Eleanor Ruth, and she's the Adri Stoet sculpt April. And I just love this little girl. She's been in my collection since like last July or August, so she's almost a year old, believe it or not. And I love that the toddler look to her. When I purchased her, I really wanted her because I didn't really have a toddler, and I thought she was just so precious. And her hair is just beautiful. It's kind of a yellow mohair, light yellow, and she has the most gorgeous blue eyes, if you can see them. And her artist is from Old Fashioned Reborns, and she uses air dry paints, and so I just love this little girl. And I thought she looked so cute in this yellow sweater. This sweater was it's hand knit, and I got it when my daughter was just a baby, and it's got like little crisscrosses on it, it's got a lot of detail. And anyway, and whoever made this did a beautiful job. I'm not sure if one of my relatives actually knitted this, and they might have, but I just fell in love with the yellow. And of course, when you're going to have a baby, yellow is kind of a neutral color, so it can be for boy or girl. So here's little Eleanor Ruth. And I picked that name because I always have loved old-fashioned names. And Ruth, little Amparito is watching me. But I always loved the name Eleanor, and Ruth was my grandma's name. So anyway, that's why I love that name on her. And she's wearing the cutest little shorts with like navy blue. It's kind of a blue jean color. And it says, "Let's go on an adventure." And there's like giraffes and that, but I thought it looked so cute on her. And I've always liked overalls, any kind of like little shorts with overalls, or that on little kids. I don't know, even for myself, I used to love overalls. And so little Eleanor, she couldn't wait to be part of the Theme Thursday today. And of course, she's got the cutest little duck, a tea-white duck, and he's all fluffy and real yellow. He's about as bright yellow as you can get. And this blanket I crocheted a while back. I had about a year off without working in that, and I just got into crocheting, and I just love doing that. I kind of taught myself. So I love this blanket. It's very bright and cheerful. And so I thought I'd just kind of try making something different. It's kind of fun with crocheting, how the different things you can come up with. But, and here I have Amparito, and if you're not new to my channel, you've seen her quite often. And she's a ginger sculpt. And I found the cutest romper for her. It's a little white romper with different flowers, like yellow flowers, and it looks like it's got like little apples and cherries and carrots, and so it's a combination of different things. But I always have loved dollies with rompers. I don't know why, or babies with rompers. It looks so comfortable, doesn't it? Especially in the summer when it gets hot out. Babies are a lot more comfortable in their little rompers. So anyway, Amparito wanted to wear her sweet little romper, and she's got a Care Bear here, Sunshine Care Bear. And he's very yellow, or she's very yellow, but I love that color. And so she's going to hold little Care Bear here. And I'll put this little ducky over here because he's yellow too. So I was going to have a short little chat. I always try to think of what I'm going to talk about. And I thought, I've got this book that I've shown before, and it's Reflections from a Mother's Heart. And there are a lot of good questions in here, and I came across this one that says, what are the things you're most glad you tried? And that was when you were either a child or adolescent. And I thought, wow, that's a really good question. When you're a child, a lot of influence is done by your parents, and so I think it's really good when parents say, I want you to at least try something, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it, but at least try. And I don't know with you if you had the same experience when you were growing up, with your mom or dad or grandparents. Maybe they said, now you at least have to try that, and if you don't like it, then it's okay. And my mom used to kind of encourage us. I mean, she would encourage us to try new things. But at the same time, she kind of left it up to us to decide what we wanted to do. I think as adolescents, it's a time of growth, and kids have so many different interests and everything. But so when I came here in 1976, I was about 12 years old, and so it was right during adolescence or pre-adolescence, and we went to a really good public school, which I'm very thankful for, and the teachers were very supportive and that, and but during the summers, we had to have things, have activities that we could do and that, and I became very interested in the medical profession. I would even watch lots of medical shows on TV. I guess from the time I was an adolescent, I really wanted to be a nurse, and so I would watch medical shows and imagine I was a nurse, and that. So one summer I decided to become part of this medical explorers group, and it kind of was on my own doing. There was a friend from middle school who was going to be part of it, and I thought, well, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it out and join this group and learn more about the medical field. And that is, and I would have to say I'm really glad I tried that. It was a wonderful experience. We'd have speakers come from, doctors or nurses or specialists come and give us talks about what it was like to be, to be in their career. And we were like 14 years old, 13, 14. And I remember one time we got a tour of the hospital, and I was really impressed with that. They took us around and showed us all the different the rooms were like the emergency room and a patient's room. I mean, of course, a patient wasn't in the room, but like what the beds were like and that, and it really opened my eyes to what the medical field really was like, and so I learned a lot by being part of this group, this medical explorers group. And I remember having a drill, disaster drill, where a bus had tipped over, and we had to we could either be a victim or we could be like a volunteer trying to help people or whatever, Yeah, we could choose what we wanted to be, and I think I was a victim in the bus, and we had to pretend that we were seriously injured, and they actually had the fire department come and ambulances, and so I really got to witness what these medical professionals really went through. And so that was a really cool summer experience that I had. We also had a tour of a funeral home, and it was kind of scary, but at the same time, you just learn so much about what goes on in a funeral home. How they take care of a deceased person, and it gave me a good impression of that, and But see, I wasn't afraid of any of those things. I was very curious, and I wanted to see what it really was like to do these things. So I would have to say that's one of the things I was very glad that I tried when I was an adolescent. Let's see, what else did I do that I tried? Oh, yeah, I was a volunteer at the hospital, Red Cross volunteering, and I got to wear the cutest candy striper kind of a uniform, and I felt very proud with that. And we would go and help. We would deliver flowers to like new moms and patients, and I must have been about 15 at the time, 15 or 16, and so, of course, I love babies. So my favorite place to go was the maternity ward with the babies, and I'd kind of take a peek at all the babies in the nursery, and I thought that was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, like once a week I would go volunteer at the hospital, and I love doing that. So, I think nowadays when I see adolescents and preteens, I think to myself, I hope they're doing some kind of volunteer work, because it really makes you really learn a lot by watching other people and what they do, and that kind of a thing. So I think all that really helped me in life, how to deal with adversity, and I was raised in a single parent home, and we all had to work together and make the best of everything. And so I'm really glad I was able to have those experiences. So, and my dad was in South America, so we didn't get to see him a whole lot. So it was, we had to be very creative, and we had to kind of problem solve on our own. Coming from a single parent family household, we really had to learn on our own how to deal with things, situations and stuff. So, but I wanted to come today and just say hi to everybody. I thank you so much for stopping by, and if you want to comment down below about what's something you're really glad you did as an adolescent or as a child, I would love to hear from you. And I hope everybody's enjoying their dollies, or enjoying the summer and gardening and whatever else you enjoy doing, camping or whatever. And yeah, summer is almost over, or we're like halfway through summer. So, so take care of yourselves and enjoy each day. And I'll be back again soon. So thanks a lot. Bye-bye.